In the body, connective tissues bind structures together, form a framework and support for organs in the body as a whole. Every closed system has connective tissue. The human body, the biosphere, and the open marketplace alike.
The Connective Tissue Podcast is an attempt to connect the philosophies, experts, and opinions that comprehensively encompass the five compounding F's of life: fact, finance, fitness, family, and freedom. Together, we all represent the connective tissues of life.
Our intention is for you to use the information provided to contrast against your own walk of life to maximize every avenue of success, peace, and prosperity. No matter how you view it, movement is life. Remember, it's not like magic, it is magic. Eternally rhetorical, how do you move? I'm your co-host, Philip A. Crochin.
And I am your co-host, Garrett G. Messinato.
And together,
we are the Connective Tissue Podcast.
All right, guys, welcome. Episode number 1. We're going to talk about the power of strategic partnerships and the power of collaboration. So, man, I'm blessed to be your partner, brother.
Yeah. Likewise, man. I think there's no more fitting title given how the body works in a synergistic way. It's held up through tensegrity. You have something working to the left, something working to the right, something working up, something working down, all to hold the body in place without collapsing or falling over against the force due to gravity. So, without further ado, the power of collaboration. G, tell me a time that in your life where you really saw the power of collaboration, synergy coming together.
I think the first story I can tell is probably when I realized my grandparents, right?
What you mean by that?
My grandparents, everything they did together, did synergistically.
Yeah.
And I think they both contributed to the relationship very much in different ways. But without my grandfather, the house wouldn't have been whole, and without my grandmother, neither. So Grandpa was always working, always doing something outside. Grandma was always doing something inside, always had lunch ready, breakfast ready, dinner ready. Grandpa was always out, taking care of the garden or doing yard work, stuff like that.
You've only recently started talking to me more about your grandparents, and I've known you for years. You're from Boonville, right?
Boonville.
Tell us a little bit about Boonville.
Man, Boonville, small town, about 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Not much to do, which was what got me into sports. I played football, basketball, baseball, soccer. So that right then and there, once I got on my first baseball team when I was 3, first soccer team when I was 4, first football team when I was 6.
Yeah.
So, basketball I started later on. 6th grade was the first year I played basketball. So I was always on a team. Always a collaborative effort, everything that we did, So I realized you can't do anything alone.
Yeah, man.
Ever. And be successful with it, in my personal opinion, because you're always going to mess up somewhere along the lines.
That's a lot coming from you. You say 2,000 people?
2,000 people, and it grew. I think when I was born, it was like 1,200, and now it's like 2,000.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
You're one of those guys that you were nationally ranked, and when you were playing high school ball, projected to be one of the top quarterbacks in the country out of a town with 2,000 people. I came out of Birmingham, Alabama, played with Hoover High School, one of the best football high schools in the nation, 100,000 plus people in the city, and I really got to see collaboration. But even you, where you're probably the star on every team, you saw that collaboration, that power of synergy in those examples, huh?
Oh, 100%. We had playmakers and stuff too, but literally I couldn't make all the plays. I had a line, right?
Right.
I had lead blockers, I had a fullback, I had a tailback, we ran like an under center wildcat. So a lot of the times our guards were pulling, and I had a guard picking up the backer. I had my fullback picking up the DB, and then I was off to the races most of the time. I would have never been successful as a quarterback running the ball or throwing the ball without playmakers on the receiver end or the line.
Fair.
I think that a lot of playmakers don't realize it.
So without taking the easy way out, obviously we are sports guys by experience. clinical guys, so we understand the body, and we'll make sure we use those examples. But give me an example of collaboration where you see things working synergistically together, where all things work together for good and for the better outside of team sports and for the time being outside of ergogenics within the body.
I mean, I think you and Har are a great example. Evelyn and I are a great example.
Facts.
You have to have a wife if you're a man or a woman to coexist with and to make babies with, right?
Okay.
You cannot
say partners. Right. Partners. Because we are aware that our walk of life is not the only walk of life.
Yeah,
right?
there are other walks of life.
But I understand what you're saying, that having a partner to add to your life, supplement, not to make whole, is an integral component to success. Even in entrepreneurship, we were setting up. I know when I was first starting out with I Am Creature Science, and I Am Creature Science is the first business that I started. I mean, I met Hara, my wife, back in college, but in that time that I was incorporating, getting everything going, she was right there, you know. And every step of the way, whether it was helping me actually put together the logo or merch, or getting her opinion on hiring people, partnerships, if I didn't have that extra push behind me, the headache would have been double that, you know. Tell me a little bit about how you and Evelyn moved.
Yeah, so back during the COVID-19 pandemic, I went from being an executive to one of the largest companies in the fitness industry.
Big boy.
And that was in East LA. And I was commuting from down here in San Diego daily. And honestly, the COVID pandemic was a blessing in disguise for me, because that's how I started my business. I don't think that I would ever become an entrepreneur.
I think a lot of entrepreneurs agree with you, because I saw the same thing. I mean, I strapped in, bro.
Yeah, I was forced to. I wasn't gonna make $1,800 a month on unemployment.
How old were you then? 2020.
25.
25.
25.
Getting it.
Well, and I was all really thanks to the wife. So as soon as the pandemic hit, I had a friend hit me up. He's running a $1 million marketing agency right now, and
Nice.
he started during the pandemic.
Nice.
But first, he bought some program from this online fitness business coach, who's pretty successful as well. His name's Tanner Chittister. He bought his program, and basically this was just scripts and stuff like that to sell online coaching and do online coaching calls.
Yeah.
Get the leads via Instagram ads, and he couldn't make all the calls. That was another way of showing me that you can't do it by yourself. He needed me to help him make good calls because he had too many leads. So he helped me. I made a few calls, made a few sales, and I was like, man, what am I doing? Evelyn told me, why don't you just do this for yourself? Start your own personal training business. And one day I sat down because Evelyn told me to, and I went through all my contacts anybody I had ever met at LA Fitness, and I was like, hey, I'm running my own personal training business out of my garage. I know the gyms are closed. There's nowhere for you to work out. Would you like to come train? And I think I sent out like 1,800 texts, all my contacts, right?
Born hustler. Hermazi style.
It was a grind, man. It took me all day long. And then out of those 1,800, I think maybe 500 of them even responded.
Yeah.
And out of those 500, maybe 200 showed interest.
And that's a pretty good conversion right there, bro.
And then out of those, maybe 200 showed interest. I closed 30 of them. I got 30 clients right off the bat. I was making six figures during COVID.
1,800.
From 1,800. So the conversion, it was a grind. And it took me probably a month and a half, 2 months to get full. Then I started running boot camps with Evelyn on the weekends.
Yep.
Charging like $10 a head. Making, doing 2 hours of boot camps, making a couple $100.
Was that your first 6-figure revenue stream as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. And I kind of when the gym started opening back up back in 2022 is when I lost some clients, and I lost about half my income. And then I did a bodybuilding show, and I didn't have the energy to train clients, and I really lost my passion for training clients. I don't know where it went. I think it was just the energy, and I was so depleted and so sleep deprived and so energy deprived that I just didn't have the energy to do so. And I think maybe if I would have had a partner, I would have had that extra accountability factor, because everyone had her own full-time job and stuff, so I couldn't expect her to help me train clients when I didn't have that energy. So I lost half my clients, and I wasn't making enough money to pay the bills. If you're not making enough money to pay the bills, you gotta have a plan B.
Get back to work.
I went back to what I knew. I went back to that same company, and I was like, look guys, I want to become an executive again. I know how to run teams. I'm great at this job. They're like, yeah, 60, 90 days, we'll bring you back on, show us you're a company man, show us you still know how to do the job, and we'll make you an executive. And I said, bet. Went back, first month, 12 days in, killed it, hit the max bonus amount. And
12 days?
12 days in. And
now, at that time, you were managing how many clubs?
When I left the company during COVID, when the pandemic happened, I had 5 gyms in East LA, and it was the most struggling district in the company out of 75 districts in personal training.
So you went from managing 5 clubs East LA to bringing your network to San Diego, started the online and in-person training, created a 6-figure revenue, did a bodybuilding show, kind of lost your passion for a moment, went back into the corporate system, turned the gyms back up in 12 days, maxed out on bonuses.
Yeah, just one gym. So
then you went to one.
Maxed out bonus. And I did that, so I was just running the personal training department September, October, November, and then they told me I was going to get promoted. I got an email saying what clubs I was going to get in San Diego on October 1st, and they said November 1st you'll be promoted. Didn't happen. They didn't promote me. They said we're restructuring.
What did you learn, or was there anything for you in particular to learn that it is extremely important for you to teach at this point? I heard Mike Tyson say something. I like Mike Tyson. I think is in this new journey that he's in, walking in humility. He always has something to say, which I don't take as a negative thing, because his mind is full of experience, full of ideas. And I saw this podcast that he was doing, and he was speaking with a guest. I think he was speaking with Nick Cannon, and Nick was being very grateful. He's saying, man, I've done everything. I've done it all. We won the game. The devil's mad when I wake up. He said, I've done everything. And Mike said, there's one thing you didn't do. You ain't teach. So my question to you, I thought that was profound. What from those experiences, if there's any one thing or two, whatever makes the most sense, but make it succinct. If there was any one thing that you got from your situation, going from corporate, busting it down, working hard, 6 figures earning in corporate, then to 6 figures earning yourself, going back into corporate, putting that same amount of work into it and not having as much control over it, and then now you're entrepreneurship again.
Back at it, baby.
What have you learned from that, from the ups and downs? Movement is life, right? So you gotta get that high, hit the low, hit the trough to get momentum just to go back up. And if you look at that stretched out at a high enough frequency, it looks like a straight line. So what did you learn?
I've learned everything I know. I've learned so much in the last decade being in this industry, man. Number one thing, bet on yourself.
Right.
Always bet on yourself. No one else is ever going to bet on you but you, man.
I agree.
No one will bet on you but you.
I agree, bro.
Unless you have a partner. And that partner, they got to bet on you as well and lean on you as well. And I think that's where the partnership goes hand in hand. Like, I couldn't do it with what we're doing without you.
Right.
I don't think you could do what we're doing without me.
No, it wouldn't be the same. Outside of like our podcast, I think it's a great way just for us to share our ideas, to teach, to learn, not only from each other but from the feedback that we get. but in our clinical and performance practice, where we overlap in the corrective movements, I'm kind of specializing in the neuromuscular integration and PT, and you on the performance side. It makes such a synergistic flow for us to approach the body comprehensively, bring the applied science not only to performance but to the clinical arena. There's no way I could do everything and stretch my scope of practice that far for too long. I mean, I'd burn out, and there's been times where I felt like I was burning out, but if it wasn't for you getting my fee, as one of my friends so eloquently put, if it weren't for me getting my fee, I'd burn out, man. So us working together has been everything. Let's talk about what it means to, or what do you look for when you are identifying a partner? When you saw me, what was it that reached out to you, that called, said this is the guy that I'm gonna put my eggs in this basket. Of course I'm bringing myself, but I'm sure have you been burned in a partnership before?
Man, so many times, multiple times, and I ain't really gotta talk about it because
of course not.
I don't wish harm on anybody.
Nah.
Karma will always get people. I truly believe in karma.
Yeah.
So if you did me dirty,
the best revenge is your success, bro.
Yeah,
and you doing
I'm gonna be successful.
You look good doing it. So tell me this: what about me look different?
Man, everything.
Yeah.
Literally, well put together, well dressed.
Likewise.
Well versed, man.
I noticed that about you first, by the way. I saw the way you were dressed compared to your peers, and I was like, man, this guy's about his business. And then when we spoke, you opened your mouth, and I was like, he's serious business, So, but I didn't even cut you off, all right?
Oh, you're good. I felt the same about you, man. One of my old DVPs, district vice presidents, when I was at that company, told me, he's actually the one that hired me. He told me, if you look like money, people will give you money.
That's a good rule to live by.
As soon as he told me that, man, I was an entry-level personal training counselor. My job was to sell personal training. I just started. I've been like 2-3 weeks in, and I was wearing like joggers and LA Fitness shirt, t-shirt kind of deal, tennis shoes.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't making money. People weren't giving me money, and I
look like money.
I changed it up. I went and bought some slacks. I ripped a few pairs of slacks. I would wear dress shoes, and I would wear a polo tucked in. I looked like money. Started making money. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then I would show up to the meetings. I was the best dressed. I was better dressed than all my superiors. And I don't know. They kind of hated on me and stuff, but I was the most successful wherever I went.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was because I dressed well, I spoke well, I had the confidence because of the way I dressed. I always had my hair done.
What stood out to me about you and our ongoing process? Although all those things were true, they were great attributes for you to have, great characteristics, but it set you apart maybe this much. What really took you to the other end of the spectrum for me is that you were a constant student. And when I'm looking at you and I'm speaking to you, mirroring that, it required me in accountability to stay up to date on the research literature. It required me to be accurate, not just be comfortable with, no, I don't know this answer, I'll find out for you. Go get the answer. Have the answers, because I got someone next to me who is always, I don't know how many times I've come out of an appointment or something and you may have some time and you either your nose in a book or you slumped with a book in your hand, and I admire that, man. It's scary. It's scary because it's a reminder that someone's always grinding. It's not even that you on my toes. You on your own shadow. You're beating yourself. And that right there, it's like shit. I'm not necessarily trying to beat you. I'm working on myself. But when you see other Titans, link up.
we're working together, man. It's a collaborative effort.
Definitely.
I'm eager to learn from you, and that's one of the reasons why I chose you to be my partner as well, man. I know you know the body like no other. Like, I've never met somebody that understands anatomy and biomechanics and physiology like you do. And
Appreciate it, bro.
It's fucking crazy.
It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful thing,
the
man.
human body is fascinating, man. I mean, in every way that you put it, it's almost erotic.
It is.
You know what I mean? Well, in some ways it is. It is such a masterful design, and the most inspiring thing to me about the human body is that there is always change. There's nothing that happens to you that is forever.
It's always moving.
It's always change.
That's everything about life. It's
forced adaptation.
Moving. Yeah.
A series of adaptations in the same direction is an evolution. You know, and that's what Creature Science was about. Creature stands for cultivating real exercise adaptations through undeniable research evaluations. I know it's a mouthful, but it's dope, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know that's what it stood for.
Yeah, man. It's an acronym.
That's dope.
And I'm about those adaptations, to continue to force those adaptations in a sequence to where we're able to see a macro evolution. And with that, we're not so separated by our superficial differences like color of skin, you know, your hair, things like that.
Shit that doesn't even matter.
Shit that don't matter. It just shows how cool we are in terms of adaptation. Our phenotypes are adaptations, right? It's just relative to the environments that we've adapted to over millennia.
Yeah.
But what it does bring out, the adaptations in particular, it brings to the surface what you put into it. So if you and I, you can be, you're Italian, I'm American, and when I mean American, of course I mean indigenous American. Both of us can go put ourselves under a load of 415 and a bench, and we're going to adapt the same, because tissues within this atmosphere adapt the same under relative pressures, you know. So that right there makes it art, because it is mobile. You know, the transmutable adaptations that occur, I think is just so dope, and the stylus is the science. Talk to me a little bit about leveraging. What is that? What is it? What do we have out there?
Leveraging resource and expertise.
Leveraging resource and expertise. Man. What does that mean to you? Leveraging resource and expertise. Put that in simple terms.
So, I mean, we both have different expertise, right?
Right.
We both have different resources that we bring to the table. Mine is team leadership.
Yep.
Right. Sales ability, and I think we both bring this just workhorses, man. We both want to work. We both want to be successful so bad.
Yeah.
That we push each other so much, and I think we're both extremely open-minded. So we can leverage our resources that we bring to the table. Your clinical aspect, my performance aspect, and corrective aspect. So we bring something to the table that's extremely versatile. Right.
Give me two examples. I think most of our listeners are either in the applied science space, which can cover clinical expertise, performance, or they are entrepreneurs in their walk. You know, I think it's a big thing, especially now, man. You got to at least have one 6-figure revenue stream to truly be yourself, you know, just to have some creative juices flowing. So let's talk, maybe give an example of leveraging resources in a team setting, not like sports team, but a team setting like ours in our clinical office and performance facility, as well as in entrepreneurship.
Well, I think if you're looking for a partner, get somebody that brings something different to the table. Right. Like if you would have gotten a partner and I was a physical therapist, I'm not bringing anything to the table that you're not bringing to.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I guess it depends on the model type, but one thing I think Alex Hormozi said, you know, I know you and I both listen to a lot of Hormozi, shout out Hormozi Nation. I I think that's almost a direct quote from him. If you are bringing the same thing to the table, then what are you doing being partners? You're better off just doing it by yourself. Just grow a pair and hit the grind. You know, I learned a lot in sales from you, coming out, particularly honing my skills as a scientist. I love to just rely on the accuracy, but business is not only about accuracy, it's about perceptional value, and you can perceive anything to be effective even if it's inaccurate. And one thing that you taught me early on was, I told you, man, I'm not a salesman. You know, the science is there is an absolute truth. Is accurate, you know, and I love that because the way I came up, there's a lot of people try to deny your reality, and just agree to disagree on opinions, you know. So I became a scientist really in response to that. Like, man, that's absolute truth. And I stood out all the time because I didn't mind doing the work and the research to be the most intelligent in my courses, you know, to be the top of my class, to be the best athlete. I actually took the information and applied it appropriately. I told you, I wasn't a salesman because the science speaks for itself.
So you don't need to close people's.
I don't need to close.
It's
closed. True.
If they're
and it worked.
Logical.
It worked a lot, but it wasn't perfect. And you told me that, man, you're always selling.
Life is a sale.
Life is a sale. And once I adopted that perspective, and it wasn't necessarily that I had to change my mind. I just had to add it to my repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
I became a beast.
Yeah, man.
I became a beast. You know, it's like making six figures wasn't a hard thing. Creating a system that you can consistently generate your numbers, that was a task. And the catalyst to me generating that system was creating a sales protocol.
Life is about selling.
Yeah.
You sold me on becoming your partner.
Big sale.
And vice versa.
Big sale.
You sold your wife on becoming your wife.
Oh yeah, I said, hey, I got the gold. You want the gold? Come get it.
I sold my wife on becoming my girl.
Yeah.
Right? Every day, to keep your girl,
you gotta sell her.
You're selling her.
But that's due diligence. That's due diligence as a man. Can't ever get comfortable.
Yeah.
The same way you can't get comfortable in your business, right?
Business, friendships, relationships, everything, right? All goes hand in hand with sales. If you can sell a gym membership, you could sell a training protocol, you could sell a physical therapy program, you could do anything you want in life. You just got to sell yourself first.
Closed.
If you're not closed on whatever you're attempting to do, if you're not closed on being successful,
you won't be. You're not gonna manifest it.
You can't manifest.
So you got to believe it to achieve it. Is what you're saying.
You got to believe it to achieve it, and that's a freaking true thing, man.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What's our next?
So, expanding our market reach. So, you and I both will bring something different to the table, which brings us different type of clientele. Right. You really got your foot in the door with a dance sport athlete. For me, I'm bringing clientele from the South Bay, which it's a different demographic, right? Your demographic, money's not necessarily an issue. My demographic that I'm used to training, I've been placed in areas where working class communities, East LA, South San Diego, working class communities. Mm-hmm. I've been successful everywhere because I build value.
Right.
If you build value and you know how to sell and you care because you're passionate and you actually truly genuinely just want to help people, you'll be successful anywhere you go.
I agree. I did the same thing with dance sport, and in dance sport, I never expected I never expected to find a niche in providing movement pathology and orthotherapy within professional ballroom dancing. But I tell you this is how I've added value to dance sport. I started seeing the dancers who were on their own, just throughout their entire life, have always had to be very aware of their body as a whole, because it is their machine, it is their instrument, and more times than not they treat it like such. But synergistically, they tend not to have professionals around them that are caring for their body like a mechanic. And so I came in and really troubleshooted any movement imbalances, any injuries, any strength deficits, to make them a more efficient machine in the business of which they condone, that is dancing. And it was the perfect marriage. It was the perfect match, because rather than waiting on you to break something in physical therapy and bring it to me and have a limited amount of sessions, which I've done, dance sport, they constantly have a need to perfect. And when I say these majestic creatures are so close to perfect, and I'm fortunate to be able to work with some of the best ballroom dancers in the world, and they put their ability on display, and it's almost like planting a seed. It is planting a seed, watering it, watching it grow over the years and produce fruit, because when they are successful, my ballroom dancers, they communicate the importance and the need and the appreciation for meeting them where they are and helping them perfect, or at least optimize, their biomechanics towards not only their business but their passion and their love. And when I'm doing a disablement model, whether it is for physical therapy, whether it's for an injured athlete, or it's just a performance program, I take all those things to consideration, not just breaking things down to the cellular level, but how it affects them socially. And it was the most beautiful marriage for me. I added value to an already valuable field, and that's why I think it was very lucrative.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting when we're working with these dance sport athletes, like when you have them doing dance moves, I don't know, whatever that's called, mid-set and stuff, asking how their knees feeling or their ankles feeling, their shoulders feeling. They move so freaking smooth. I've never seen something. It's almost like they're like a swan, right? Super graceful. And it's amazing to see, amazing to watch, and they all have great amounts of movement competency, whether they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s.
You wouldn't even know.
Even the people that aren't even in great shape still can move.
Yeah.
It's cool to see. And it's something that I've never witnessed. Most of the people that I see are people that are either extremely inexperienced in fitness, never worked out in their lives, or people who have worked out and have improper movement patterns, or people that just want to lose weight and lose some body fat and gain some muscle, which makes them a bodybuilder technically, right? If you're working out for aesthetics or improving body composition, you're technically a bodybuilder.
I would challenge your definition.
Okay.
If you're working out for optimization, you are a bodybuilder.
Okay.
When you look at the purist in bodybuilding, there is no, dare I say this, there is no aesthetic. And because there is no external standard of aesthetics, the standard is found in how one feels. And the better you feel, the better you move, and the better you move, the better you look.
They all go hand in hand.
I got to listen to Arnold closely at one of the Arnold Classics, and he gave this spiel. This was like back in 2018. He gave this spiel about where bodybuilding came from, where it stemmed from, about how it started out being rooted in the beauty of the body and the synergistic components of movement, and he was really going on. He was trying to teach a lesson to the new generation, because in some capacities has moved away from there. Not in whole. This is not an attack to the bodybuilding community by any means, but he was really able to articulate in Arnold fashion how bodybuilding was about optimization. You know, you define your perfect. I define perfect as this: because time is a constant. If you get better than you were yesterday by one metric of change, then you are perfect. If you have a positive velocity, you are perfect. As long as your rate of change is increasing, it's positive, you're perfect, because you're never going to stand still. If you try to stand still in the same place, time will move past you. Thus, you would get worse. So you must at least be moving at the same metric of time, however you measure it.
Yeah, just getting better a little bit every day. And that's mentally, physically, spiritually, all of those things, right? Like, you've got to get better, because you're either adding to your life or you're taking away life.
Yeah.
Right? So what else do we have? We have everything to lose and everything to gain.
Everything to gain. How do you take those things and add to your team? Again, I'd like to really hit on the fields in applied science as well as entrepreneurship. I mean, entrepreneurship takes all types of delegation. How do you make those guys better?
I mean, I think you and I are a great example of that, because, you know, since we've been working together, we both aligned philosophically as well as nutritionally. We work out together every day. We train together every morning. All of these things are making me better, and I know they're making you better, right? So we have conversations that are sharpening each other's minds. We're having training sessions that sharpen each other's bodies. We're having conversations that enlighten us more spiritually. Like, all of these things are adding to my life, adding to your life, adding to our wives' lives, adding to the lives of the people around us, our friends, our family, everything. So I think that's huge, you know.
You're currently building a team of about 4 salespersons.
Mm-hmm.
You and I, we know we are already, for the most part, on pretty identical in frequency. What standards are you putting in place for your team to operate synergistically towards a common goal?
We're all going to have to be on the same page. We're all going to have to train together. We're all going to have to understand the body the same. We're all going to have to understand the science behind sales the same, and understand power of collaboration as well. We all lean on each other. We're all always going to bring something different to the table. So if we're not all utilizing the power that we possess, there's no way to improve.
So it's each one teach one.
Each one teach one. I'm going to learn things from... I don't like the word superior subordinate. That's not how we're going to run our team. We're all equals.
So you learn from the bottom up and from the top down.
You got to. You got to. Yeah. And that's what huge corporations like the one that I previously worked for don't understand. Like, I could have taught all of the executives some higher than me some stuff, 100%. The last time I learned something from a higher up was years ago, back my first district vice president. Other than that, I was self-taught. And I would take from newbies, I would take from vets, I would take some of the things that I liked that the company was doing, and I implemented the rest on my own and the knowledge that I had. And I truly believe that's why I was successful, because I've always been a student of the game. I'm a student of life. I'm also a steward of my own life. I am in control. I control where I go. I'm driving the whip, baby. But I don't know everything. And that's where a lot of people fail when in fitness and health and in life in general. We're closed off, we're closed minded. We think we know fucking everything and we don't know shit. If I'm 80 years old, I'm going to know a lot more if I'm open minded than if I would stay closed minded from 20 on, right?
Yeah.
I've learned so much in the last 3 weeks working with you by being open minded that if I was closed minded, one, we probably wouldn't be partners.
Yeah.
Two, I wouldn't have learned half the stuff I've learned from you thus far. Vice versa, we bounce ideas off back and forth all day long, via text, via in person.
Yeah.
You know, while we're training clients, you always ask me for my input because you trust me. I always ask for your input because you trust me. So I mean, people, if you're closed-minded, especially in business, man, you're gonna fail.
You know, that's a good point. I ask you a lot. What do you think? How do you view this? What is your perspective? Because as an entrepreneur in the innovative space within applied science, I don't doubt what I know.
No, and you don't. It's refreshing to your confidence is refreshing because I'm confident,
Right.
but I lack confidence in certain areas, and you help bring the best out of me. So like
that's the accuracy though. The accuracy is there is an absolute truth. So I don't doubt what I know.
there is, yeah, because you know it.
But I'm inspired about what there is to learn, what there is to add to what I know.
Because there's always another opinion, and that's one major thing about having a partner, right? Collaboration, which I think takes us to the next topic: mitigating risk and challenges. I mean, there's gonna be a time where you don't know something, and maybe I know it. There's gonna be times where I don't know something, and you know it, and that's huge when it comes to partnerships. I mean, I really think that the risk is mitigated as well because we're breaking bank together. We're breaking the bread together. We're both going to be all in. As long as we're all in and we're trying to help each other, trying to scratch your back, and you're trying to scratch mine. Man, success is the only option, man. If I was alone, I would be stressing. I wouldn't know where to run, who to ask, if I need help, or if I had a question, or if I needed some funds to help keep the business afloat, which is why I went back to the corporation and I gave up on myself.
What do you see as the risk necessary of mitigation in entrepreneurship?
The biggest risk is not making enough money. I think.
What does that expose you to? I mean, I have answers to that, but what do you mean by that?
I mean, if I don't make enough money, I can't pay the bills.
Right.
Then I'm forced to either go out and try to do it on my own and really force some things. And then when you're trying to force a sale, it always blows up in your face. But the only time you have to force a sale is if you're struggling or if you're going after the wrong type of clientele. So you've taught me that. Don't downgrade yourself. Don't charge less. Charge more, and you'll find the right clients. The right people will pay. Because Gary, you know your shit.
Bring the quality. Service first, and
the quantity will come.
Put the quality in your service. Quantity will always be there. You know what I have not only experienced but have been, I guess, in some capacity. Maybe afraid is the word. Mitigating this really wraps it all up with the power of partnership, the benefits in partnership, way up, high risk, high reward, because the benefit, the risk associated with partnership.
It's risky, man. I've been burnt so many times. I formed my LLC to try to open a studio back in Boonville.
Yeah.
Anderson Valley Fitness. That's my LLC.
Yeah.
I named it that because I was gonna abbreviate it AV Fitness and Health.
Yeah.
I was gonna be a studio. I was gonna go sign a lease. I was partnering with a Pilates instructor. It was gonna be dope, and I had a few different people that were gonna be trainers for me, and I was gonna be up there bi-weekly training some clients as well. But the only way to do it is have a team.
Yeah.
I trusted those cats. And they ended up flaking on me a few days before I was supposed to go sign. Lee said I can't do it. They didn't.
Did you already have money invested?
I was about to. I was about to put all the equipment on credit, and I was gonna just make it happen. And
I did that before, bro.
it was. I was terrified. I was scared shitless, but I was gonna do it because the risk, the reward was going to outweigh the risk, mitigate the risk. But I didn't have a partner. If I had maybe somebody else that was putting in, and I had some different options, or I actually had some more ideas. I could have got more creative, and there would have been less risk.
I think the risk associated not only with having the wrong people around you, whether they have nefarious thoughts and intents, having people who are extremely passionate, extremely active, but who do not align with your value system. Doesn't mean you have to think everything the same. The misrepresentation of brand is so important. Branding is so important. What do people think of you? What do people think about when they hear your brand? If you attach yourself to the wrong people and you tell the world, this is my partner,
you can burn yourself forever. This
person agrees with me. This person you can trust. And then they come out and do something that is misrepresenting of who you are, whether it's intentional or unintentional. The dangers associated there, they can really tank your business. So when it comes to the power of partnership, the collaboration, one thing that I'm extremely fortunate to say that through all the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs, what I found in you as a partner has been the aligned value system, because it doesn't matter what perspective you're looking at it from, you're going to arrive to the same or similar conclusion, or at least something that is nurturing the same thought, and because of that, we'll always be able to add synergistic thought towards the same goal. We always gonna make money.
Yeah, we're always gonna make money because we're aligned, man.
Yeah, bro.
And I've had partners that I wasn't aligned with, and it was just extremely uncomfortable. I haven't had an uncomfortable moment unless it's for the better.
Yeah.
The only time we've had uncomfortable moments is when we're trying to make one another better, and we're having a serious conversation about business or about philosophy and just becoming a better man. And that's exactly what a partnership does. It makes you better. Not having a partner, you don't really have room to improve because you don't have anyone pushing you and holding you accountable. And I think that's what the most important thing about our partnership is, that we hold each other accountable, we push each other, we motivate each other, and we just bring two different aspects and so many different attributes to the table, and it's huge.
That's a serious message to get across, one that's important for all entrepreneurs out there, all team leaders. Make sure your team is aligned with you. Work towards the same goal. Have a mission statement. If you've not done anything else, create your mission statement first, and make sure that, and give it to your team. Give it to your team and make sure that
they align with it. Otherwise, get them off your team.
Get them off your team. They're not your team. They're not bad people. Maybe they are bad people, but it's not your business. They're not your team.
Yeah, they have to align. They have to want to do good and spread positivity and spread light. If not, get them off your team. It's gonna burn you at some point, some way, somehow. But yeah, I think that's how we're gonna wrap it up. I think that's a good place to end it. Man, I'm happy to be your partner, brother. Thank you guys for listening to episode 1. Every 10th, every 20th, and every 30th of every month, we're going to come out with a new episode for y'all.
Yeah.
And we're always going to teach you something, and we're always going to speak light into you guys, and we're going to only spread positivity, awareness, and true information. We promise. We vow to do so. You got anything before we wrap it up, brother?
Man, we definitely do our best. Be intentional with the way that you move. Together, we can move mountains. And as I always say, it's not like magic.
It is magic.
It is magic. Eternally rhetorical.
How do you move?
How do you move?